And we are back in Druskininkai, Lithuania for the 2025 European Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships. We've gone through 4 categories today already, and we have an evening of 66 kilo juniors, 14 lifters, a single session, so 20-minute breaks in between. My name is Erasmus Ivans, and I am joined by the assistant coach of Team Netherlands, Janneke Braukman.
Thank you for having me on the stream again. Really exciting session coming up.
Definitely an exciting session. Just looking at the nominations and the prognosis, looks like there's going to be some sort of fight for the podium and the victory, but with so many lifters going one after the other, we're going to see some technical plays, very much some unexpected turns of events we've seen before, and I'm sure we'll see again. And we'll be starting in about half a minute time. Our openers in the squat, actually not that wide of a spread, ranging from 180 to 215, with the European record standing at 250 and the World Junior record standing at 258, actually higher than the European Open record, interestingly.
It's also interesting to see that we got pretty close body weights in this class, so that might also make it a quite interesting session to watch.
Definitely some athletes matched on body weight, so you could perhaps explain what happens when 2 athletes are matched on total and body weight. Our first lifter out is Georgi Maisuradze of Georgia, 180 on the bar.
And he was quick on the way down, but he came out very quick as well.
3 white lights and a comfortable opening attempt. Same weight on the bar, 180 for Sagi Dahan of Israel.
And that looked really comfortable.
Three white lights, a good lift.
The bar is loaded.
182.5 on the bar for Dionysios Skoularikis of Greece. 15 kilos under his personal best. Very reasonable opening weight.
And that indeed looked like that was comfortable to him. He's smiling.
Good lift. Next lifter, Theodor Kongstad, Denmark. Theodor to the bar.
Yeah, pretty clean opening attempt.
The bar is loaded.
Theodor Kongstad of Denmark now 182.5. Strangely low opening attempt considering he has a personal best of 253, which is over the current European junior record, and he was also nominated in first. But perhaps some injury bugging him.
But that was a very quick opener as well.
It was super fast, probably what you would expect from a weight that's 60 kilos below your 1 rep max.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see how big of a jump they take.
The bar is loaded for Ireland.
185 for Joseph Aksinami of Ireland.
A little bit of work, but it seems like it was a pretty good opener for him as well.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Just a bit of a sticking point there in the middle of the rep. We'll see how his second attempt moves. And it's 185 on the bar for Shalev Kodi of Israel.
Another very quick one. I was afraid.
There is a red light from the right side referee though.
It's also the side that we're seeing it from.
The bar is loaded.
What do you make of that?
I think he's all right.
87.5 kilos.
Zakaria Lyon of Belgium opening at 187.5.
That looks really smooth.
Yeah, 3 white lights. And with Kongstad seemingly injured and out of the game, I dare presume, Zakaria is very much in the game for a podium and the deadlift gold. He has the highest nominated deadlift out of all the competitors here. 200 kilos on the bar for Jorge Munoz Esposito.
And he makes that 200 look really easy.
Yeah, it's 3 white lights, pretty comfortable. And that's exactly what we want to see from an opening attempt.
Yeah, we prefer to get one attempt in and be on the board and then actually build that total and build that squat from there.
Efe Insoglu of Turkey, 202.5 for his opening attempt. Another competitor with a pretty reasonable shot at a podium here, just looking at prognosis and nominations.
was really quick.
Good news for Turkey.
Another one on the board.
5 lifters left in the round. Next one is Czechia's Philip Rogers. The bar is loaded for Czechia.
9 attempts on the board, 5 to go in the first round. 205 on the bar for Filip Prokeš of Czechia.
And another smooth opener.
Yeah, lovely spot there.
So far, all these openers look like we want to see the openers.
Yeah, unlike in the previous groups where we've had some pretty heavy ones. But that is in the past, those titles have been decided. And now, from the looks of it, the battle for the squat podium will be between 2 Romanians and 2 Italians. First of those will be Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania, 207.5 for his opening attempt. A squat specialist if I've ever seen one.
Anything to move that very well.
3 white lights. Definitely looked comfortable for more.
Next lifter from Italy, Gabriele Mastrogiovanni, 210 kilos. The bar is loaded.
Gabriele Mastrogiovanni next of Italy, 210 kilos for his opening attempt.
A little bit slower, but it seems like he had all the control over the bar that he needed.
Yeah, I'd agree. Slow is not necessarily bad. It can mean that you're just having better control of the bar, keeping better tension.
I think we've also seen quite a lot of explosive squats in this session so far, so that makes the contrast even larger, right?
And it's nice to see some contrast. Same weight for Denis Kozma of Romania. Opening right at his personal best.
To 10 is not an issue for him at all.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Non-issue to match a personal best with your opener.
Italy, opening at 250 kilos. The bar is loaded.
And we have one opening squat remaining, and it's Giacomo Bonanni of Italy, 215 kilos on the bar. And as you said, they're really close on body weight. 100 grams separating the best 3 squatters in round 1 if Giacomo gets his first attempt in.
And it seems like everyone got the squat on in their first attempt.
A nice row of green here in our first round of the 66s. 14 attempts, 14 green boxes. That is what we like to see. Now we would like to see the athletes push up higher, set themselves up in the second round to reach their limit in round 3. 190 on the bar for Georgi Maisturadze.
And like his opener, a quick descent came up as well.
Yeah, I looked at the scoreboard there for a second and completely missed the lift. That was super quick. And also very deep, leaving no room for doubt there. Sagi Dahan of Israel taking a 10 kilo jump to 190.
And it looked like he didn't have to put in a whole lot of effort for that. Looked really comfortable.
Yeah, about how we would want a second attempt to move. Definitely room there.
He looked really confident doing that.
Next up, his teammate at 192.5, Shalev Kodi.
I was afraid that was about to happen. That's what I waited for. Unfortunately, a little on the high side.
It was 3 reds. Unfortunately, he cut too much depth. To be honest, not that far away from deep enough, but very noticeably high. And we have 195 on the bar for Joseph Akisanmi, Ireland.
And I think that moved around the same as his first, because I remember we saying that it wasn't as explosive as the other one.
Yeah, he did have a bit of a sticking point on his first, I also remember, but that seemed to move very consistently, yeah. Maybe just slightest bit of hip shooting up, sort of a loss of positioning there, about halfway up, but he seems to be somewhat used to it and manages to recover. 195 on the bar for Theodor Kongstad of Denmark. 12.5 kilo jump, about what we would expect to see from such a fast opener. I think the limiting factor here might not be the strength, but some sort of injury.
And I think you're right, that looked really good.
3 white lights, a good lift.
I think he's telling his coach as well that it feels pretty good.
Well, let's hope he can load up something big for his third.
The bar is loaded, and Dionysius is attempting 197.5 kilos here.
197.5 now for Dionysios Skoularikis of Greece.
And he put in a little bit of work for that.
Noticeably harder than his opening attempt, but he did seem to keep his positioning quite well to be able to grind through.
Belgium. The bar is loaded.
200 kilos on the bar for Zakaria Layoun.
And I think that moves around the same as his opener.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Still looking good for a few kilos more there. And a super close squat session. We have 7 attempts remaining and we're already jumping up from 8th to 2nd with this 210 for Jorge Munoz Esposito, if he's successful.
And I think he is.
Ace 3 white lights, keeping it clean, and that is a provisional 2nd place, but with 6 more attempts and a whole other round to go. Nothing is secured, nothing certain.
The bar is loaded.
The squat podium is going to be extremely close. Also sort of a fun phenomena, everybody's taking a 10 kilo jump here. 2.5 to 212, then 205 to 215. Kind of the entire category moving in unison here. 212.5 for Efe Insoglu of Turkey.
And that once again looked really good for him.
3 white lights.
See that he has a really upright standing squat.
An interesting technique. We'll see in the 3rd attempt when the weight gets heavier if he is able to keep that positioning. And now we are far enough into round 2 that people are starting to jump into provisional gold with successful 2nd attempts. First of those will be Filip Prokeš of Czechia, 215 to overtake Bonani for provisional gold on body weight. Oh, the system seems to have it wrong here, actually. He will not be overtaking, because they have the exact same body weight and exact same number.
He got it in.
3 white lights and he moves into provisional silver.
The bar is loaded.
217.5 on the bar for Alexandru Tamirjan. Jump up into squat gold for the time being.
very steady movement up.
What do you say about that? They say 3 white lights, a good lift. 3 lifters left in round 2. Next up
3 white
is
lights.
India's
Tamirjan moves into provisional
Gabriele
gold.
Giovanni,
There are 3
220
lifts
on the
remaining in
bar.
round 2, and then decide the final placings in round 3. 220 on the bar for Gabriele Mastrogiovanni. Oh, it's quite a fight there. 3 white lights, but not an easy attempt whatsoever. I think we'll see perhaps a more conservative jump from him. And same weight on the bar will be following for the next competitor. $220 for Denis Kozma of Romania. This is to jump up into first. Three white lights, a good lift, and 1 attempt remaining in the second round.
Looked like he was rocking a little bit from like left to right on that attempt.
Yeah, stability can be an issue. And the final second attempt for Giacomo Bonani of Italy, 225. To match his personal best, move back into the lead in squats. Oh, and it's a hard one.
It seemed like he lost a little bit of his tension in the bottom.
And he also seemed to be somewhat positioned sort of diagonally there. Let's take a look at the replay. Definitely loss of tension and just seems to be uneven. He'll get another chance at it, but as things stand after the second round, we have Denis Kozma leading at 220 from Mastrogiovanni with Tamirjan in bronze provisionally. We start off round 3 with Shalev Kodi of Israel reattempting 192.5.
And that looked a lot deeper than his previous one as well.
Yeah, secures it on his second try. Always a nice thing to come back from a missed attempt.
The bar is loaded.
$195 on the bar for Georgi Maisuradze of Georgia.
Another quick descent for him, but he got it up pretty quickly as well, especially for given it's the third.
Super deep, gets a yellow light from the side referee.
I'm curious to see what it was for.
Next lifter, Dionysius Skoularikis from Greece.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest.
He almost lost his balance towards the top, but I don't think he changed his foot positioning, so should be okay.
Maybe he wrecked it a little quick, so they were not sure whether he got the red command before he wrecked it. I'm not sure.
200 on the bar for Dionysios Skoularikis. It's a huge fight.
But unfortunately doesn't seem to get it up successfully himself.
It was the minimal 2.5 kilo jump, so no weight lost there for him.
Explosive drop area. 200 kilos on the bar. The bar is loaded.
200 on the bar now for Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland.
And again is able to keep his positioning really nice.
I think this was just about the maximum on the day. Great attempt selection from Team Ireland here. And same weight remains on the bar, 200 kilos for the next competitor.
The bar is loaded.
It's gonna be Sagi Dahan of Israel. 10 kilo personal best for him if he can make this third attempt. What a fight!
Also not necessarily a spot where you like expect that fight to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, two reds from the sides. Coach is smiling very nicely at the jury as they deliberate, but I don't think that's gonna get overturned, unfortunately. It was pretty clearly cutting depth. 205 on the bar for Theodor Kongstad of Denmark.
And that was easy, but that is a little bit in line with our expectations given his squad PB is 253.
Yeah, not quite there with his best performances. But a 3 for 3 is a 3 for 3. You do what you can on the day.
207.5 kilo attempt. The bar is loaded for Belgium.
.207.5 on the bar for Zakaria Lyon of Belgium.
And he makes it look easy. But I was afraid that it wasn't as deep as his previous ones, and unfortunately gets 2 reds for it.
Yeah, a lot of lifters here in this third round. As the weights get heavier, they are cutting depth ever so slightly. But if you have a very optimized squat and you're on the line, any sort of depth cut is unfortunately too much. 217.5 for Efe Insoglu of Turkey. Again, to illustrate how close this group is, 7 lifts remaining and he'll be jumping into provisional bronze with this.
I think he was able to keep his positioning as looked right.
3 white lights. He jumps into provisional bronze. There are 6 athletes going after him.
Could see he had to put in a little bit more effort to keep his positioning there though.
Well, you want your third attempt to be at least somewhat hard so you can say you gave it your all. 217.5 for Jorge Munoz Esposito.
And he's fighting for it.
And he stands up. 3 white lights. All that effort rewarded with a good lift. And he's definitely contender for the overall title or at least a podium. So these were 7.5 very important kilos. Filip Prokeš of Czechia, 222.5 on the bar. This is to match his personal best. Jump into provisional squat gold.
It's a little bit of work.
Yeah, great third attempt there. He's into provisional squat gold. 4 athletes to follow, so he can still be off the podium. But if any of these next athletes misses, Prokeš has secured himself a squat medal.
For a 225 kilo attempt, possibly a new personal best. The bar is loaded.
225 on the bar for Gabriele Mastrogiovanni.
He's fighting for it. Let's see what the lights say. I was afraid that was about to happen.
Yeah, all 3 reds, unfortunately. There is no disputing that. And that means Prokeš is on the podium. It only has to be determined which position now. Oh, not quite yet. 225 for a repeat of the second attempt for Giacomo Bonanni of Italy.
He seems to have missed that previous one on like a little technicality in the bottom. And it's looking a lot better this time.
3 white lights and a good lift. He is into squat gold for the time being. And Prokeš still can be kicked off the podium if the next 2 attempts are successful. They are both going for gold. $225 on the bar for Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania. From 6th to 1st in squats with a 7.5 kilo jumps really illustrates how close the squat battle is in this category.
And he's only slightly lighter than the Italian. Really controlled. A little shaky in the walkout, but the squat itself looks fine.
That is a great, great third attempt from Tamirjan, who jumps into the lead, and the only one who can take the squad gold away from him is his teammate.
Session is Dennis Kosman. The bar is loaded.
230 kilos on the bar for Denis Kozma to jump from fourth to first. So it's all or nothing here for Kozma. No podium or squat gold.
And I think he has done it. What do the referees say?
2-1.
It's a good lift.
Depth call from the left side referee. We're gonna see a replay from the opposite side.
We're now taking a 10-minute break.
And the jury is discussing it.
Yeah,
It is on the borderline there.
very much so. And we'll see if the jury says anything about it.
We will see you back here for bench press in 20
I
minutes.
don't think they will, which means that Denis Kozma takes the squad gold with 230, with his teammate Tamirjan in silver at 225 and Giacomo Bonani at 225 on bodyweight in bronze. We'll be back in about 19 minutes time, bit of a longer break this time. We'll see you then. And we're back to Druskininkai, Lithuania for the 2025 European Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships presented by Maniac Fitness. This is the start list of the 66 kilo bench press attempts ranging from 90 up to 145 kilos. The record, unfortunately, way out of reach here at 213.5, has been standing for quite a while, made by Eddie Berglund of Sweden back in 2018. And I don't see any reasonable shot at it, not even close. But the squat battle was quite exciting, and these lifters need success on their bench press attempts to build up for a grand finale in the deadlifts. We have Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania starting off at 90 kilos. Took a squat podium. 1-2 for Romania.
It looked the way we want an opener to move.
Pretty comfortable, 3 white lights.
The bar is loaded. Let's go.
Next weight on the bar, Sagi Dahan of Israel, 100 kilos.
And not a fast opener.
3 white lights. And a bench press secured. Like in squats, we want to see a whole row of green boxes here in the bench press. Shalev Kvodi of Israel also opening at 100 kilos. The two teammates are super closely matched, but Kvodi has quite an advantage on deadlifts.
Another easy 100 kilos.
A yellow light from the side though, so we're gonna check the side replay, see if there was any lifting of any sorts.
175 kilos on bar for his opening lift.
It looks good from this side, but the yellow comes from the other side, so it might be a butt lift.
117.5 for Filip Prokash of Czechia. The squat podium eluding him ever so slightly, but very much in the game for the podium places.
Was really fast.
3 white lights and a good lift.
Of Italy. The bar is loaded.
$120 on the bar for Giacomo Bonanni.
Personal best.
A really controlled bench press.
Good lift for Italy.
3 white lights and another green box on the board.
The bar is loaded.
Same weight, 120 for Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland.
Easy work for him.
3 white lights final. A good lift. Belgium is coming up next. The bar is loaded.
Same weight once again, 120 for Zakaria Lyon of Belgium.
And that's also no issue for him at all.
Yeah, 3 white lights, and he's gonna want to cover as much ground as he can on bench press, as he might be a surprise contender for the podium with his huge deadlift. Currently predicted in 8th place overall, but of course everything very much subject to change. 122.5 for Dionysios Skolorakis.
Looks exactly like we want to see an opener.
3 white lights for Greece. It's a good lift. Next up, Oscar from Theodor Denmark. The bar is loaded.
122.5 for Theodor Kongstad of Denmark.
Comfortable attempt again. I think this weight class is doing very well in getting their openers in so far.
Yeah, no major surprises in round 1 so far, which is what we like to see. Nice predictable opening attempts.
The bar is loaded.
It's good for the lifters as well, build some confidence going into that second and third to have your opener move smooth.
130 for the opening attempt for Jorge Munoz Esposito.
Real quick.
Another nice and easy one. And these are now the possible contenders for the podium.
The bar is loaded.
Next up is Georgi Maisuradze of Georgia, 132.5, opening above his personal best.
I think it's like his squat, a quick descent and quick up again.
I would definitely agree. Let's take a look at the replay. Quite a big sink there, but I'm not quite sure what he's getting from that sink, because it doesn't look like he's pushing with his entire body from the start.
It seems like it's more like a result of the quick descent.
Perhaps 137.5 on the bar for Efe Insoglu of Turkey.
Another quick opener.
Oh, a yellow light from the left-hand side this time. We're gonna check that side replay and see if there was any sort of lifting. You can see the referee very much focused on that. Yeah, there was a slight gap there. See if the jury has a say about it. And I think it will stand. 2 opening attempts remaining. 140 for Denis Kozma of Romania.
Has a really close grip. I think he's fighting through it a little bit more because of that. See some more challenges in the lockout there.
Yeah, closer grip means usually longer bar path. The further you have to move the weight, the harder it is. Simple physics. But it is a good lift, and we have one final opening attempt. 145 for Gabriele Mastrogiovanni.
And I think that moved well. And the referees agree, which means that everyone got their opener in.
Yeah, very nice column of green boxes. Exactly what we want to see. And now the athletes can start pushing. As things stand, so as we said, everyone has a bench on the board, and Mastrogiovanni is in the lead with 145, with Kozma in second at 140, and Insoglu of Turkey with 137.5 in current bronze. Of course, everything here subject to change. After 2 more rounds of bench, and the second round will be starting off with Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania, 97.5 on the bar.
Looks like there's a little bit of room for that third to be pushed a little.
Yeah, his personal best is 100. Maybe he can go for 102.5 if they so choose, or just match it.
The bar is loaded for Israel.
105 on the bar for Shalev Kvodi of Israel for a matched personal best.
And I think we could see him press a new PB today.
But another yellow from the side referee. And we're gonna take another look whether there was any sort of lifting.
I think it's similar to his first. His butt seemed to come off, but I'm not sure whether it was after the rec command.
And the jury does overrule it, so it seems like it was after before the rec command. which would not be allowed. 107.5 for Sagi Dahan.
And it looks like he got a new 2.5 kilo personal best here.
Yeah, 3 white lights. There is no contesting that.
The bar is loaded.
125 on the bar for Filip Prokeš of Czechia.
And that moved quick down, but then he also pressed it up very quickly.
Yeah, very comfortable second attempt.
I think we've seen a couple of lifters that have a pretty quick descent, but still seem to have control of the bar.
That is basically the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah, it's ideal.
Same weight, 125 on the bar for Giacomo Bonanni.
A little bit of work during the lockout.
3 white lights, a good lift for the Italian.
The bar is loaded.
$125 on the bar for Zakaria Lyon of Belgium. Doesn't seem to be quite on pace to hit his bench press personal best, but maximizing what he's got on the day.
That seemed like he wanted to press and reminded himself that he needed to wait for the press command.
Yeah, sort of got away with it, but it was a pretty long press command. It is 3 white lights. And that is about as much as you can do pressing wise without getting yellows there. $127.5 for Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland.
And that looked like a solid second.
3 white lights, a good lift. And we're seeing quite a lot of these competitors playing it somewhat safe with their attempt selection on bench press, not pacing to hit personal bests, but trying to maximize what they have on the day. This is Theodor Kongstad of Denmark, 127.5, a reasonable jump, 5 kilos.
And it was a little bit more work than you would expect it after his opener.
Yeah, not the easiest second attempt. And if we touch to the previous statement, would you think that is because of the stiffer bench pad and competitors not being used to it?
It could be. Of course, it depends a lot on the technique, how much you actually notice that during benching. It could be the case.
130 on the bar for Dionysios Skolarikis. Going to match his personal best.
Looked like a solid second.
3 white lights. Comfortably on pace to break his personal best on the second attempt.
135 kilos and the bar is loaded.
135 for a new PB for Jorge Munoz Esposito of Spain.
And I think it's one of the lifters that hits a PB in his second attempt.
Having great competition so far and projected currently in first. Well, perhaps another gold medal to take home to Spain. $140 on the bar for Georgi Maisoradze of Georgia. Another lifter hitting a personal best. So put him into provisional second place in bench press.
And again, the quick descent.
Seems to work for him. It's 3 white lights.
It is a technique that we don't see to that extent that often, but it seems to be very efficient for him.
Especially not with lighter weightlifters. You would expect such a sink and more of a power-oriented press motion from perhaps some of heavyweights. Not the 66s, but if it works, it works. 142.5 on the bar for Efe Insoglu of Turkey.
A good one, I think.
Yeah, solid second attempt there, but a yellow from the side. And we have already seen one lift overturned by the jury on that. So we have to take a careful look here.
From this side it looks good, but we have the yellow from the other side though.
That is true. That is true, but I think he should be okay there. 145 on the bar for Denis Kozma of Romania.
He struggled a little bit on a lockout during his opener. And it seemed to be the case again, unfortunately.
And it just seems heavy. We're going to take a look at the replay, see if we can perhaps spot a technical mistake he can fix.
Seems like he slightly got like out of his line when he got off his chest, watching it back.
Yeah, so maybe with a technical fix he can get the 145 on his third attempt. And he'll still have a podium possibility if he can do it. 150 for Gabriele Mastrogiovanni.
And in contrast to the fast descents that we've recently seen, this one is very controlled.
very controlled, but I'm afraid that unfortunately his glutes weren't under control, or feet. Two yellows from the sides.
Yeah, I'm afraid we see the butt leave the bench slightly there.
Just momentarily, but I think it was there. So that means that Mastrogianni still leads with 145. We have Insoglu at 142.5 in silver and Maisuradze with 140 in bronze for the time being. And we start off round 3 with Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania.
He's going for 2.5 kilo personal best here. It's a little bit of work, but he made it all the way up to the top.
2-1, but again a yellow from the side.
He's smiling, walking off.
You can see that
It's close.
very close, and the jury does overrule it, unfortunately. .107.5 for Shalev Kvodi of Israel.
I think he got his second overruled on butt lift as well.
He did, so let's hope he can keep his glutes on the bench this time.
He's aiming for a little PB here as well. And it looks smooth.
It's 3 white lights this time, and the glutes stay firmly planted on the pad. Sagi Dahan of Israel going for another small PB at 110.
It's what harder the lockout, but I think he has done it.
A yellow from the side once again though. And once again we find ourselves checking the replay for any sort of lifting.
And I think from this side he's all right.
I would agree, I think he should be okay. 127.5 on the bar for Giacomo Bonani.
Also a 2.5 kilo personal best attempt. And he's fighting for it, but unfortunately...
Yeah, it's a big fight, but just can't get through the sticking point. Doesn't lose any kilos though. It was the minimal jump, and he got the most he could on the day. Ten lifts remaining in today's bench press session. Filip Prokeš of Czechia, 130 kilos on the bar to match his personal best. Give himself the best possible chance of trying to grab a spot on the podium.
He's fighting as well. I think he's done it. Very controlled as well.
It's 3 white lights and a good lift. 130 on the bar for Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland.
And he's fighting for it.
That was quite a grind. Unfortunately, yellows from the sides again. I was maybe expecting the blues here, but yellows are an even more worrying sign here. If we can see a side replay.
Bars not loaded for Denmark. Theodor Kongstad.
The coach is actually talking to his jury about it. I don't think the blues were right as well because the whole bar was not dipping, it was one side of it.
Absolutely, the blues will not stand, but I'm afraid the yellows will, unfortunately. 130 on the bar for Theodor Kongstad of Denmark.
He's fighting, but unfortunately it's a little too heavy for today.
Yeah, big effort there, but unfortunately too heavy.
With 7 lifters to go.
I remember his second being a little harder than we expected it to be as well.
Zakaria Layu.
Zakaria Lyon of Belgium, 130 kilos.
And that looks smooth for a third.
Yeah, very nice, clean third attempt bench press. He seems to be satisfied with himself.
Vinicius Sularikis from Greece. 135 kilos on the bar for his last bench of the day. The bar is loaded.
135 on the bar for Dionysios Skolarikis of Greece.
Attempting a 5 kilogram PB. Gets the press, but unfortunately it's a little too heavy for today.
No lift.
And unfortunately, just a full on-out miss.
This bench press session. Now Spain. The bar is loaded. Jorge Burgos Exposito. Bravo!
Jorge Munoz Exposito now of Spain, 137.5 for another small personal best here. And to give himself a bit more breathing room in the fight for the title.
And he's working for it, he's fighting, but unfortunately it's a little too heavy for today.
No lift for Spain.
A lot of 2.5 kilo jumps missed here. It's not a problem. You're not leaving kilos on the platform. You got what you could on your second, and if you miss a 2.5 kilo jump, that is just what you had on the day.
I think the 2.5 kilos add up quickly on bench as well.
The bar is now loaded for Georgi from Georgia.
145 now on the bar for Georgi Maisoradze of Georgia. He'll jump from bench press bronze into bench press gold for the time being with this lift.
Also a 5 kilo personal best attempt. And he was quick again.
super quick, but this time two yellows, unfortunately. Let's see the replay if there was some sort of lifting or maybe a skipped command if it's a yellow from the center referee. I didn't see any lift.
I'm not too sure, but given it's two referees, it might be a command that we missed.
And the coach is sent away from the jury. The lift will remain a no lift. 145 on the bar for Denis Kozma of Romania. He can move into bench press gold, displace the Georgian from the podium for the time being.
It's also quite an important lift for total. He missed the knockdown, but he's fighting through it this time.
Unfortunately, yellows from the sides, and if it's both sides, it can only be one thing. Let's take a look at the glutes.
It looks like they are slightly lifting.
Yeah, I think they have left the bench there, unfortunately. 145 for Efe Insoglu of Turkey. Provisional bench press gold with only Mastro Giovanni remaining after him.
This lift will also put him in second place right now with only the deadlift openers calculated on prognosis. And I think he has pressed it.
Look pretty clean. There is a yellow from the side, but I was actually looking at the glutes and I don't think they have left the bench. But we're gonna see from a better angle here. I was looking from a pretty far away.
And from this side, I would say he is alright as well.
Yeah, I think he looks good, which means he's into bench press gold for the time being, and only Gabriele Mastro Giovanni is remaining, who can take that away from him. 150 kilos. Repeat of the second attempt for the Italian.
Unfortunately, a bit too heavy.
And that is a no lift, which means that Inseoglu will be taking the bench press gold with 145 on bodyweight from Mastro Giovanni, who with his opener secures the bench press silver at 145. And Maisoradze from Georgia takes the bench press bronze with 140. Quite a massacre there in the last round of bench. We'll see you back in about 19 minutes time for deadlifts. And we're back to Druskininkai, Lithuania for the 2025 European Junior Classic Powerlifting Championships. We have the 66 kilo junior deadlifts ahead of us. Things are looking pretty close on subtotals. Currently, Denis Kuzma of Romania leading at 370 with Mastro Giovanni at 365 in second and Inseoglu at 362.5 in third. But with the opening attempts in, Munoz, Esposito and Inseoglu will be matched at 602.5 with Kuzma and Mastro Giovanni third and fourth at 600. Things are looking super close. Openers on deadlift ranging from 175 to 255, and we are starting off with Theodor Kongstad of Denmark, 175 on the bar. About 80 kilos off his personal best.
And as expected, that moved really smooth.
3 white lights, a good lift for Kongstad as expected. We'll see if he continues with the competition. Sort of an injury bugging him, but in the squats he managed to put up some serious weight nonetheless. Georgi Maisuradze of Georgia up next at 200 kilos.
And that's also still quite far off his personal best of 250 kilos. But that was a smooth opener as well.
Oh, we'll see if he takes some big jumps, maybe just a very safe opener, or perhaps not quite feeling it today. And we're gonna have a couple more athletes opening at 200. First will be Sagi Dahan of Israel.
And he makes that look easy as well.
Next out on the platform, Alexandru Tavelian, Romania. The bar is loaded.
Same weight, 200 kilos for Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania.
That was a smooth one.
2-1 with a yellow from the center referee. That would usually mean he skipped the down command.
Or he let go of the bar too early.
And you have caught him. The jury does overrule. He did not stay with the bar all the way down.
The bar is loaded for Greece.
212.5 on the bar for Dionysios Skoularikis of Greece.
A little bit of work.
And 3 white lights. We'll see that replay.
225 on the bar for his opener.
A bit slow off the floor, but that is about what you expect from sumo. You have to be patient. 225 on the bar for Vodi Shalev of Israel.
And that was fast, but I think he missed the down command.
Yeah, we'll see on the replay if he just missed it because he forgot about the command, or was he losing balance towards the top. It looked a little bit shaky. Yeah, you can see his weight transfer onto his toes and he just cannot hold the bar. 230 on the bar for Denis Kozma of Romania. One of our podium favorites here.
And unfortunately, he loses his balance at the top. Seemed to struggle a little at the beginning of the lift already, but couldn't seem to correct it.
Yeah, I think he just could not extend far back enough to catch balance at the top. That is unfortunate. We are 7 attempts in and 4 successful, 3 unsuccessful. 2 for practically the same reason, which is a bit concerning. 235 on the bar now for Filip Prokeš of Czechia.
Taking his time for the setup. But that's a smooth pull.
3 white lights, a good lift for Prokeš.
The bar is lower. Gabriele opening at 235 kilos.
And we are back with the podium fight. Gabriele Mastrogiovanni, 235 for a 600 kilo total.
And that looked good.
Yeah, 3 white lights, and the first of the podium contenders secures a total here. The second. Prokeš might also be in the game with the jump he put in for the second attempt. But the leading 4, Kozma unsuccessful, and we have 2 remaining. Giacomo Bonanni, 240 on the bar.
A little sticky off the ground, but it moved fast after that.
Yeah, he was patient, and after breaking the floor, the lift did look pretty smooth. Next podium contender up, already on the platform, Efe Inseoglu of Turkey, 240 kilos for 602.5.
And that was fast, but I was afraid he might have dropped the bar a little too early, but it seems like that just looked like that from this angle.
Yeah, very comfortable first attempt for the Turkish lifter, and let's see if he did drop it too early. Sometimes it just seems like they did because the bar bounces.
It bounced back, yeah, that was it.
The bar is loaded.
3 deadlifts remaining, and the first will be Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland, 242.5.
And that looked comfortable.
Yeah, another super comfortable opening attempt.
Next lifter, Jorge Burgos Expositor from Spain.
Jorge Munoz Exposito now 250 kilos on the bar for 602.5, putting him in the lead for the time being.
And that went so fast, he lost balance at the top, and unfortunately,
That is another mistake, and that one there might cost Munoz the championship. He was probably the strongest contender for it, but with a missed attempt, he's gonna have to take risks. And risks can either pay off or they can cost you. Final attempt of the first round of deadlifts, Zakaria Lyon of Belgium, 255, 22 kilos off his personal best and 33 kilos off what he would need to pull to break the European junior record, which seems in reach if this moves well.
and that moves well.
Yep. The record definitely in reach here. We'll see if he's the only one going for it.
Talking about the risk, seems like the Spanish lifter is deciding to move up to define his positioning here.
Yeah, they practically have to, and as things stand, we have 10 lifters on the board, 4 not yet on the board, both Romanians, Kvodi and Esposito. And in the lead currently in Seoglu of Turkey by 2.5 kilos from Mastro Giovanni and Bonani. Starting off round 2, Theodor Kongstad of Denmark, 200 kilos on the bar, 25 kilo jump. Quite expected after the opening attempt.
Yeah, that still looked really comfortable.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Good lift for the Dane. Now for the first lifter without a deadlift on the board. We're gonna keep the same 200 kilos on the bar for Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania.
Made it all the way to the top.
3 white lights and he's on the board.
The bar is loaded for Georgia.
Georgi Maisoradze, 215 kilos on the bar.
$15 kilo jump, but still pretty far off his personal best. And it looks really easy again.
Yeah, should be no problem. I think once again the strength will not be the limiting factor here. Sagi Dahan of Israel, 215 on the bar.
That looked like a solid second.
Yeah, still looking really strong. And things are super close, even in the fight for the lower positions. There'll be quite a scrap just to get into the top 10. Dionysios Skolarikis, 225 on the bar.
And that looks like he is struggling with that.
That is unfortunate, just seemed too heavy.
Might have lost like a little bit of a positioning at the bottom, but that does not seem to be the main issue here.
And I think his legs might have also extended a bit too soon and just could not recover from that position. And now for another athlete without a deadlift on the board, Denis Kozma of Romania, one of the podium contenders, unfortunately missing his opening deadlift. So bring him to overall silver for the time being.
And that looked better.
And still a red light from the right side referee, not completely satisfied with that lockout. But we'll check the replay.
I think he was a little bit careful with that as well, like falling forward with it on his opener. Still see him wobble a little bit on the top.
But I think he is safe. It will stand. 235 now on the bar for Shalev Kvodi of Israel. Jumping 10 kilos after missing his opening attempt.
But that looks good.
And this time is 3 white lights. He is on the board.
Next, Gabriele from Italy. 245 kilos for his second deadlift. Bar is loaded for Italy.
245 on the bar now for Gabriele Mastrogiovanni. Jump to 610 kilo total into provisional first place.
Matching his personal best. A little bit of work. That seems good for a second.
Yeah, still staying pretty clean there.
Next, Filip Rokas from Czechia. 250 on the bar.
$250 on the bar for Filip Prokeš. He is fighting his way up into the 600s and into the podium fight.
Hearing by the cheering, one of the crowd's favorites. Also matching his personal best with this. That looked like a really smooth second.
Very technical setup, almost looked like you were strapping the weight to a crane and then lifting it.
Lifter Giacomo Bonanni from Italy. 250 kilos for his second deadlift, taking a jump of 10 kilos from his opener. The bar is loaded.
250 on the bar for Giacomo Bonanni.
Another lifter matching his personal best on his second.
Yeah, also looking to break the 600 kilo total barrier. Be a nice personal best for him.
All the way to the top. Had to work a little for it, but it was a good one.
Next up, Turkey. Efe. The bar is loaded.
250 on the bar for Efe Inseoglu of Turkey. 2.5 personal best, but more importantly a 612.5 kilo total in round 2 of deadlifts, which will bring him towards the top in the rankings.
Very good pull.
3 white lights, a good lift. He's currently in the lead. There are more challengers coming.
255 kilos on the bar for his second lift. Will be followed by Munoz and Radio. The bar is loaded for
255 on the bar for Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland. Looking to jump in deadlift rankings from 6th to 2nd.
And his opener looked really smooth. So it's the second, a little bit of work, but it looked good.
Still looking really good there. And I think that was sort of a small jump, but maybe saving some energy to try and go for a big pull for a deadlift medal in the last round.
the bar is loaded for Spain.
2 attempts remaining in round 2, and this one is crucial. 262.5 on the bar for Jorge Munoz Esposito of Spain. Missed 250, still went up 12.5 kilos. And this will jump him back into overall first, ahead of Insoglu and Mastro Giovanni.
And that looks really solid.
Holds on this time.
Last lifter in round 2, Elder Zakaria Leyu.
That also means that everyone has a total right now.
65 kilos loaded up. The bar is
1
loaded
lift
for
remaining in the second round. 265 on the bar for Zakaria Lyon of Belgium. Again, perhaps a smaller jump than I'd be expecting if he wants to go for the 287.5, the record. But maybe just saving energy, or maybe just not feeling it today.
And that was a good second.
Managed to hold the wobble at the top. It's still a blue light from one side referee, but white from two. And we're gonna take a look at that replay.
We're going into round 3 and we have Alexandru Taveria from Romania.
It might be a little sketchy on the lockout. I think that's what the blue is for. I think he's alright, but
It was a little sketchy, but I don't think the bar moved downwards, so I think the jury will leave it be. And that means Lyon is leading the deadlifts with 265 from Esposito with 262.5, and Akisanmi in third. In the overall rankings, Esposito jumps into first place with 615, with Insoglu with 612.5 in second, and Mastro Giovanni at 610 in third. Things are super close, and it's all gonna come down to this final 14 lifts. 210 on the bar for Alexandru Tamirjan of Romania.
a little bit of work for him. Matching his personal best with this.
Beautiful third attempt, 3 white lights.
3 white lights and a good lift.
Next we have Denmark. Theodor Kongstad, 215 on the bar.
215 kilos are on the bar for Theodor Kongstad of Denmark.
A smooth third, as expected.
Yeah, very clean and a nice end to the competition.
Given his nomination, it's probably not the competition you hoped for, but we're thinking he's struggling with an injury.
Yeah, and also you can also just do what you can on the day, enjoy competing. That's the most important part of powerlifting.
The bar is loaded for Israel.
Sagi Dahan of Israel going for 222.5, small personal best there.
And he think he got it.
3 white lights, a good lift.
Next, Alpha Dionysios Skoularikis from Greece. Out to retake 225. He failed the previous one. Let's hope that he gets this one.
225 on the bar for Dionysios Skoularikis of Greece, reattempting his second attempt weight.
We weren't completely sure whether he missed his second because of strength reasons or due to a technicality.
We'll see if he can do it better and make the lift on his third attempt. It's looking a lot better. Can he finish it?
Unfortunately, he couldn't hold on to the bar.
Just loses his grip, but what a fight there. Quite an effort.
Nice Masuradze from Georgia. 230 on the bar. The bar is loaded for Georgia.
230 kilos on the bar for Georgi Maisuradze of Georgia.
And that's a comfortable third.
3 white lights, a good lift. And we've seen 2 attempt changes already for Denis Kozma, which means that he cannot change anymore. He will be going for provisional overall bronze medal with 242.5 for his last deadlift. For him a 612.5 kilo total, put him ahead of Mastro Giovanni, and he'll be hoping that the other athletes fighting amongst themselves for the podium positions start missing and he can hold on to that third place overall.
And he's fighting for it. Is he? No, unfortunately.
Just loses grip on the left hand side and he will unfortunately be off the podium. And things are really super close here in this category. Of the next 8 attempts, 7 are done by lifters who, if they make it, they will be able to grab a spot on the podium. 242.5 for Shalev Kvodi of Israel. There seems to be the chief referee just asking the spotters to fix the collars there.
Yeah, it seems there's an issue with the collar.
And the collars are calibrated, which means that the entirety of the collar has to be on the bar because it weighs exactly 2.5 kilos. We have already seen one of the collars give out to abuse at this competition. They are quality stuff, but unfortunately they are getting dropped repeatedly throughout a couple days.
I think that one of the loaders got like a spare one in case it happens again.
And there is 242.5 on the bar for Shalev Kvodi.
Can he lock it out? I think he can.
Let's wait for the lights here, and it's 3 white lights, a good lift. And we're down to the final 7 pulls. And we're starting to see the games come through. Attempt changes. The coaches here have super hard work to do. They need to gauge how much everyone behind their lifter will be able to lift. Try put as much weight as possible on that bar without missing, because a miss here almost certainly would mean the lifter being off the podium. Here is Gabriele Mastrogiovanni, 255 for a 620 total and provisional lead in the category.
And he's fighting for it, he's fighting for it. I think he's about to lock it out.
And that is a 2-1 good lift. Blue light from the right side referee, but that was an impressive grind from the Italian. You don't usually see people being able to grind out sumo like this.
It might be for supporting on the ties. The jury is discussing it.
I definitely see the argument here, but the jury has to be unanimous to overturn. We'll see. I don't think they will, which means that Mastrogiovanni is in the lead with 620. But he will be overtaken shortly if Efe Insoglu of Turkey is successful with 257.5.
And he's working for it. Did he get stuck? Unfortunately, he did.
I'm afraid he extended his legs a bit too fast and was not able to finish the lift, which means Mastrogiovanni is still in the lead. Insoglu is still in third overall, but he has people trying to chase him down, trying to overtake him. 4 people trying to overtake him for that third position.
The bar is
260 kilos on the bar for Giacomo Bonanni of Italy. Not going for a podium position, but trying to secure a provisional deadlift bronze.
It would be a 10 kilo PB attempt as well, which is quite huge. And he's fighting for it. It's still going, no, unfortunately.
And just barely misses on the lockout. 4 lifts remain and nothing's decided yet. This is how you want a category to look. This is how you want a championship battle to look. 262.5 on the bar for Filip Prokeš of Czechia. This is for provisional bronze in total and in deadlift. He'll be pushing Inseoglu off the podium with this.
But he needs to lift a 12.5 kilo personal best for that. The second looked good.
Second looked good. Does he have 12.5 kilos more in him?
Crowd is getting behind him.
For provisional, overall and deadlift bronze for Czechia.
Once again, taking his time for the setup.
20 seconds remaining.
And he's pulling it all the way to the top.
And he holds it for quite a while, and his 3 white lights. He is in overall bronze for the time being.
3 meters left. Monica Munoz Expositor from Spain is coming up next.
There's 3 deadlifts remaining. First will be 267.5 for Jorge Munoz Esposito. This is to overtake Mastro Giovanni. 620 match his total on body weight, but at a match his total, but at a lighter body weight, which means this is the pull for the European title in the 66 kilo juniors for Jorge Munoz Esposito of Spain. Rocky start to deadlift, strong second attempt. This is just a 5 kilo jump. This should be very, very manageable for the Spaniard.
Also still 5 kilos below his personal best.
Jorge Munoz going for the European title in the 66s.
And that actually looks quite comfortable.
There it goes. It's 3 white lights. He's in the lead, and if no attempts change here, pretty significantly change here, which I don't think they will, he will be going home the 66 kilo European champion. We are having an attempt change here, and we're gonna see 280 kilos will be loaded on the bar for Zakaria Layoun of Belgium. He will not be going for the overall podium. He'll just be going for deadlift gold.
Would be a 3 kilo personal best, 7.5 kilos under the European record.
For the deadlift gold medal, Zakaria Layoun, 280 on the bar. The bar is loaded.
280 kilos on the bar for Zakaria Layoum of Belgium for the deadlift gold in the 66s provisionally.
Massive pull. He's working for it. Can he lock it out? Can he lock it out?
It's slow, but it's going, but unfortunately just past the knees and no further. And the last attempt change that came in means that our overall podium is decided, but our deadlift podium not quite yet. Joseph Akisanmi of Ireland is going for deadlift gold at 282.5. Big jump, 27.5 kilos off his second attempt.
Also 9 kilos above his personal best.
It'll be a great PR. But more importantly, this will be a deadlift gold medal for Joseph Akisanmi. Can he do it? 282.5.
And he gets it moving. Can he lock it out
Breaks
all the
the
way to
floor,
the top.
but gets stuck at the knees. That is unfortunate for the Irish lifter, but he gave it a great go, and you just have to give it a go if you get a chance on the international platform. That wraps up the 66 kilo juniors here, and we're gonna go through the results in the deadlifts. In third place position with 262.5, Filip Prokeš of Czechia. In silver with 265, Zakaria Lyon of Belgium. And the deadlift gold with 267.5 goes to Jorge Munoz Esposito, who is also your European 66 kilo junior champion with a 620 kilo total on body weight, beating Gabriele Mastrogiovanni of Italy. And in third place position, all the way from 10th in nominations onto the podium, fought his way Filip Prokeš of Czechia, 615 kilo total. This is it for the day. Stay with us for the medal ceremony and join us back tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the 52 and 74 kilo B groups. See you then.
press silver to Gabriele Mastro Giovanni from Italy, 145 kilos. And the bench press gold goes to Efe Icioğlu from Turkey, 145 kilos. Thank you very much.